Okay, let me tell you how you can transform your body in 10 minutes a day. If you're 40 and over and you really, really need a body transformation, you really need to lose some weight, you need to gain some muscle. And whether you've been active in your past or you've never been active at all. If this is you, you can transform your body in 10 minutes a day. And I sincerely believe that. Okay. Here's why. First thing is something that I keep on saying, and I'm going to keep on saying it until people understand this. The most important thing for you on your health and fitness journey is consistency. That is hands down way more important than what you actually choose to do. And the thing is, a lot of times people are failing on their journeys because they're spending too much time trying to find the right thing. Oh, I did this um fitness program, but I don't know if I really want to keep on doing it. It's not for me. I did this diet, I did this, that, and the other. And these aren't necessarily things that really matter nearly as much as whether or not you've chosen something and you're doing it over and over again. When I was on my quest to essentially get fit through calisthenics. So this is like when I was in my early 20s, early to mid 20, about mid 20s. That was the time in my life, even though I had exercised for the years prior to that, that was the time in my life when I got the most results. Well, when I started getting significant results, rather, because I've gotten more results even here in my 30s and now I'm 40. But why was I getting more results? The reason why I was getting more results is because I was consistent. I literally was doing the same thing again and again and again. I would go to the gym and I would do push-ups, pull-ups, chin-ups, and dips. A circuit, a big circuit where I do about 5 to 8 sets of each. And I did that 3 days a week, day in and day out. And the most change that I would do between workouts is, or week to week, I would add a rep to every set of each of those exercises. That's it. I was doing the same thing. It wasn't something I read in a magazine. It wasn't something I saw an influencer doing online, which back then stuff wasn't even really that popular anyway. Like as far as like in fitness influencers and stuff, it was none of that. It was actually me just doing the same thing over and over again. Because guess what? I got tired of being like, this don't really seem like it's working. That don't seem like it's working. So I knew that something had to give. I was like, I just have to stay with the same thing. Just don't worry about it. Yes, I had goals, but I was like, I just need to set it and just go. Okay. And then that's when I started about a month or so into that. That's when I started to see results. Okay. Think about this. Your body it adapts to whatever you subject it to consistently. Okay. Whatever you subject your body to. Think about this, and this is actually thinking about it in the negative sense. But I think it can prove the point. Say, for example, you have somebody who smoked for 50 years and then they develop something like, God forbid, lung cancer or emphysema or something like that. These are common diseases with folks who smoke for decades. Why? Because it's a certain kind of damage inflicted again and again and again and again over a long period of time. And it unfortunately causes changes in the negative sense. Okay. And so the same thing with if you're dealing with being overweight, that didn't happen in one day. Like literally your body can't change that quickly. However, it's one of those things that happens whenever there is either overeating or eating certain kinds of food over and over and over and over again, usually every day or multiple times a week. This doesn't happen overnight. That's why a lot of times people will turn around after a few years and be like, "Man, what happened to my body?" Well, it's not that it really happened overnight. It's just that you became aware of it. Okay, maybe you just kind of going through life and you got a lot going on. Then when you were aware, you're like, "Whoa, my body has changed." Okay, So your body adapts to whatever you subject it to consistently. That's why consistency is the most important thing. So, what am I saying? If you want to change your body, you need to choose a path and do not divert from it. This is more important than, like I say, whatever you actually choose to do. I'm telling you it is. I know it from my own experience. Now, let's talk about how you can transform your body in 10 minutes a day. Okay. Now, anybody can find 10 minutes in a day. There are 24 hours in a day. Okay. So let's actually, because I'm a math person, let's kind of make some calculations here. So 24 hours a day is 1,440 minutes a day. Okay. And so what percentage is 10 minutes? Okay. So literally 10 minutes a day is only 0.69% of the whole day. You can find 10 minutes a day. If you can't, we'll just leave it at that. You can find 10 minutes a day. I'm going to give you a workout and I'm going to give you some quick diet suggestions. And I want you to be consistent with this. Okay. And if you do what I'm telling you to do and you stick with it, I want you to report back to me in the comment section of this video any changes that you see after at least a month of consistency. Okay, now here's the workout, and this should take you 10 minutes. I want you to do one set of wall push ups. That's push ups, excuse me, push ups off of a wall. Okay, and you're going to do that until you get like a decent burn. I want to say as many as possible, but I say as many as possible up to 50 if you can get that high. You're going to follow that with one set of threshold pull ups. Okay. Again, you're going to go until you get a good burn. I say a maximum of 50 reps. Whatever your burn level is, just stop at that. You're going to follow that up with one of the following, either a set of body weight squats or 2 minutes worth of stairs, going up a stairwell that's roughly, I say, 15 steps up and down for 2 minutes. Okay, and that's actually just for leg strengthening. Okay, following those three exercises, do a 5 minute walk. Preferably do everything outside. Okay, that way you get the added benefit of fresh air and sunlight on your skin. Now, I want you to do that every day. Here, let's put it this way: do it at least 4 days a week, and then you can rest on the other 3 days. Okay, or I say at least 4 days a week. We'll just kind of leave it at that. Now you got to be consistent now. Now, to actually see more benefit, one thing we got to always understand is this, and I promise you, I know this is in my life, and I know this is with other people. Because of the way that we live our lifestyles here in the United States of America, the stuff that's usually going to be have a bigger effect on people's bodies here is our diets. Because our society is such that we're very inhibited in our activity. We have to drive places. Our jobs are desk jobs, and because of the way that is, like, unless we were like literally doing stuff all day, the food that we ate wouldn't necessarily cause us to be as health challenged and overweight as we tend to be here. But a lot of the reason why our bodies are the way they are is because of what we're eating. So for a month, this is what I want you to do. I have 3 diet suggestions that I want you to implement. And these are cumulative, meaning you do one, and then you stack onto that the next one, and then you stack onto that the next one. Here's what I want you to do. The first week, you are going to cut out all sweet drinks. I'll say, just to kind of give you a little bit of buy, you can do maybe a maximum of 3 sweet drinks a week. I'm not talking about 3 days worth of sweet drinks. I'm talking about maybe with your dinner 3 days of the week, you get like something sweet. Now, when I talk about sweet drinks, I'm talking about sweet tea, soda, energy drinks, sugar in your coffee, um, uh, juice, even 100% juice. I'm talking about all that. Okay. And now I'll say this too. So I would say no other sweeteners either. We'll make an exception. Well, no, we won't, because I think that's what ends up getting us in trouble. All right. The second week, you are going to cut off eating after 8 p.m. Cut off all your eating after 8. Now, remember, you're still doing the sweet drink stuff. Next week, you're going to add on to that no eating after 8. Following that, you're going to eliminate your eliminate your snacks between meals. And instead of snacking, you're going to drink either water or unsweetened tea. That's black tea, green tea, um, white tea, or your favorite herbal tea, ginger tea, whatever. That's what you're going to do. Again, you're stacking that onto the other 2 diet things that I said. If you do these things and you're doing that workout um, routine at least 4 days of the week, I believe you will see changes in your body. I sincerely believe it. Why? Because I know from experience that your body adapts to whatever you keep on doing to it. It has to. Some people get concerned that, well, it's going to be different for me. But let me tell you something. Your body cannot defy natural laws. It can't. If you're truly doing this, then you're going to see some change. Now, don't get me wrong, your body will adapt over time to even this. And so if you need more results, then you'll have to take whatever you're doing to the next level. But don't worry about that right now. Just be consistent in this 10 minutes a day, plus these diet suggestions stacked week after week for at least a month. And I'm not saying even stop after a month. I'm just saying before you really evaluate the results. Okay. If you accept the challenge, let me know in the comments, but don't stop there. I want you to come back after a month and then tell me what kind of results you got. Okay. As we get older, it becomes increasingly important to maintain and build muscle. Muscle helps you burn fat, stay mobile, and can contribute to longevity. However, many people have no idea how to work out to build muscle. My mini workout series on Patreon provides you with my body weight mini workout video library. These workouts use little to no equipment, which means that you can do them in the privacy of your own home. They start at beginner level and progress from there to ensure you continue to see results. Every workout is a full body workout, hitting chest, back, legs, and glutes, as well as other muscles in between. Become a patron today and receive access to my series of mini workouts, plus access to a digital copy of my book, 8 Weeks to Transform Your Diet and Your Health. By combining the workouts with healthy diet changes, as outlined in my book, you'll definitely be on your way to weight loss, improved health, and visible results. Join me at patreon.com/ShawnB2B Fitness today.